Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca. The information on the decks and the dice will be below. Other than that, if you would like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching. Let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? Oh, that's a good one. Let's get all the cards down first. Before we get too excited, let's get them all down here, right? Somebody wants to work with you. I don't know, we're going to end up putting down the whole deck. Somebody wants to work with you? It doesn't have to be like business, but somebody wants to do things with you. They're having a hard time getting closer to you, but somebody wants to do things with you. Take it with a grain of salt. It's still yet to start. That's it? Okay. It's still yet to start. There's a lot coming into this. This seems like this is a lot. So I feel like it's almost like a traffic jam. There's so much happening all at once, or trying to, that nothing happens. Like a traffic jam. You know what I mean? There's so much there that it's stuck and nothing's moving. Does that make sense? The Wheel of Fortune needs to turn. Ace of Pentacles has been trying to come in for a while. It feels like a traffic jam. Like around you, there's a lot of conflict and a lot of problems. Whatever this subject is about or is connected to, which could be romance, could be business, could be a friendship group, could be a lot of different things. But however this is hitting for you, there's a lot of commotion. This doesn't have to be a, like, aggressive card. It looks very aggressive. It doesn't have to be aggressive, but it can be, like, overactivity, conflicting influences, things working against each other, things stopping things from moving ahead. It reminds me of when you have people trying to help you clean up your house, and there's so many different people that they just keep moving things around, and then they end up cleaning the same thing. So it's like they're just moving this one thing around, and they keep cleaning it, and everything else that needs to get done isn't getting done, but they keep doing this one thing and just moving it around, and it's kind of like that's not where it goes. So it reminds me literally of somebody like taking the rugs out of the rooms and cleaning them, and then other people taking the rugs out and cleaning them, and they keep putting them back in the wrong places, and it's kind of like in 1 week every rug got cleaned 5 times, and it's like I didn't need every rug cleaned 5 times in 1 week, and I have to go back and fix it and move it, and there's commotion like that. And I don't feel like there's direct. It doesn't feel like things are direct. I don't know how to explain that. There could be, because this is traditionally, a conflict card, but I'm getting like there's like opposing energies that are working against each other and maybe not realizing that they are, or not addressing something back and forth. The energy around this situation is not, it's conflicting. It doesn't have to be, like aggressive against each other, but it's definitely not working, it's not working productively. I keep looking at this card, and it's almost like if you were trying to erect a tent, and all these people are trying to erect a tent, and they're all like, they're not really working together. It's not happening, and they're missing some vital pieces. It's kind of like, just because you have the sticks, you need more than that. You need some type of covering to keep the wind and the rain out, or sun even. The energy is like a little bit crazy around this situation. There's a lot of activity. I can't get away from it. There must be something else I need to say about it. Are you a part of this? What is your role in this connection? Connection? What is Pisces Role? Trying to figure out what's really going on. You want to be helpful, but you're like, I don't want to make it worse. And I feel like I don't know where to help. I don't know what to do. I try to keep productive in this situation, but I don't know what to do. I feel like I literally just don't know what to do. Whatever this situation is, I feel like you're kind of like, I want to help. I want to be productive, but from one day to the next, it seems like the right thing to do keeps changing. And I don't know what to do. You're willing to help, though. I feel like you're very willing. There has been a lot of communication in the past about this situation, or a lot of information gathering. You might have gathered a lot of information over the last 3 to 4 months. Why can't we get past, like, this part? Are we still setting the stage or something? Things seemed like they were fairly good, but also it's like information came and then it was like, it's almost like getting a blurb of information and then you, like there's only like, it's almost like somebody left you a page of information, like a tangible physical page of stuff written on it, and then that was it. It's kind of like, I want more, but it was like, you know, like when somebody writes something down with a pen and it's on a piece of paper, it's like you can't, there's no link to click, like you can't go any farther, you're not on the internet. It's just a piece of paper and it's like, okay, now that's all I got. Okay. And then information was coming in that style. Like only so much information would be there and then that'd be it. And then some more information would come and then that'd be it. And sometimes the information would be relevant to the overall subject, but it would be in pieces that didn't all go together. It's like a 5,000 piece puzzle and you keep getting 10 pieces put together at a time and they're not really linking in with each other. And it's kind of like there's a lot more that goes here, but there's little pieces or little sections that are together. Okay. Like, I hope this is making sense because whatever it is, you very much want to be a part of it. You want to help. You're trying. And the situation seems to be doing okay right now. It's succeeding, but it's not very enjoyable. I'm definitely an intuitive reader. And I'm saying that because this card, it talks about success, but it also talks about stress. The thing is, I feel like stress seems to be a little bit more prevalent. Even though the success is there, I feel like the stress seems to be driving the situation. The stress seems to be driving the situation. I want to bring down the energy, but I'm having like, I don't think it's naturally coming down on its own. There's a moment that's about to open a door for you. Whatever the situation is, you're getting an opportunity to move ahead. Take that subjectively. It could be move ahead in the sense of like, I know where I fit, I know what I can do, I know where I can be productive. Or it could be like moving up a little bit. If for example, if this was a job situation, it could be like where I'm being invited into like a group of people. I'm being invited into something and I feel like I fit here. I fit. And the possibility here is there's something for you to be a part of. This is like saying this is a good idea. This is a good thing. I feel like you're getting invited into something and they're saying this could work out well for you. This is a good idea to move forward with, especially in a situation where it seems like there's a lot of nerves or a lot of like, I want to do what's best, but I feel like it keeps changing what the best thing is to do. I feel like they're saying just anchor into what you want to do, make sure you feel good about it, and just keep going. Just do your best to find something that you fit with. Just do your best foot forward. This situation, whatever it is, there's not going to be a perfect answer. There's going to be like, if you're lucky, it'll be a 50-50, like 50 to the good, 50 to the not so good, whatever you choose. They're saying just go for it, make what you want out of it. Look out for yourself a little bit. Walk through the door. By walking through this door, new possibilities show up. You're going to learn more information that you need for this subject, whatever it may be for you. You're getting an invitation. Like, my face keeps getting hot on this one. Like, The light, I don't think the light that I have on is very hot, but my face is all of a sudden getting hot. Like I feel like I'm under pressure. If I take this opportunity, I feel the pressure from taking this opportunity. This seems to mean a lot to you. It's not just something minimal. I feel like for those of you, the Pisces, this is going to click in with, or whoever, whatever, you're watching this and it's clicking, whoever. But like, I feel like that's why I'm getting this heat. I'm feeling this heat here, and I'm feeling like, you know, I got to do this right. I got to make sure I stay connected. I got to make sure I stay on the ball. I got to do my best to fit in here and be a productive part of this. I feel the pressure of that. If you move forward with this opportunity, it's not bad. I'm saying that because I see it getting overwhelming. There will be a moment where it feels overwhelming. It just seems like it just keeps going and going, and more and more and more. And I'm starting to feel, this is the trap card. I'm feeling like I feel trapped in this situation. I'm feeling like I have to keep trying to run as far as I can. I got to keep putting in as much effort as I can. They're warning that that's not going to serve you. This could be a moment. This could be, I'm saying this as a Pisces, this can be a challenge moment where you feel like you're doing good. You're feeling like people like you, but you also know that you're starting to burn out. It can be very difficult for Pisces to pull it back because you don't want to let down the people that are being nice to you, or you feel like people are looking in a positive direction, a positive way at you, and it becomes really hard to like pull your energy back because you don't want to let people down, or even though they may have unrealistic expectations, there's like this need to kind of try to supply them with what they expect versus what you know you can handle. They're warning you to be careful to not be over enthusiastic. This situation, there's too much going on. It's in your best interest to evaluate how you feel and just come to terms with what you can handle and where you see this going. Like, I feel like for those of you this is going to hit with, you already know yourself well enough. You start to feel that burnout and you know what you need to do. You can see the writing on the wall here. Feeling like you have no choice is going to like run you into the wall. So stepping back and realizing you do have a choice. You do. You don't just have to run until you hit that wall. You don't have to do that. There's a choice. Step back for a minute. Remember that you're a very strong, beautiful person, and you have a lot of value. And sometimes people have a lot of respect for those people who know when to put up the boundary and to pull it back and to reel it in. It's hard. It tends to be something that's very difficult for Pisces to do that. Not all Pisces. There's a lot of different flavors of Pisces, I know. But a lot of Pisces find that a challenge to stand their ground and to set their boundaries. Sometimes when Pisces get older, there are some of us who do better with that than others. Hopefully you're one of those people who do better with that. If you're not, this is your moment to kind of like try to pull that together. One of the reasons some of us do better with it as we get older is because we've already gone down that road so many times, and we're like, if I keep trying to run and if I keep trying to please other people, I am going to fall flat on my face and they're going to be disappointed anyway. So instead of beating myself to a pulp and ending up having people disappointed, I should just save myself, conserve myself, pull myself back, because it's going to end up the same way anyway. They're going to be disappointed when I have to pull back, whether I fall on my face or I choose to. But if I choose to pull back, I don't have to end up in the hospital over it from slamming face first into a wall full force. It doesn't have to go that direction. Remembering your strength, remembering you can do this, that you don't have to let other people define this for you, and honoring your own boundaries, knowing I can't do this. This is too much. I need to pull back. I need to go a different direction with this. Balance it out. Think of it like, I like the idea of think of in this situation, I'd say, think of yourself like, how do I feel if I keep going this way in 2 days, in 2 weeks, and in 2 months? And just keep thinking, if I keep doing it this way, in 2 days, probably still doing it. In 2 weeks, hopefully I'm still doing it. In 2 months, I'll be on my face by then. Versus if I pull back, how is that going to feel? If I pull back now, in 2 days, I'm probably going to feel bad about it and people aren't going to be happy with me. In 2 weeks, They'll probably be getting used to it. There'll be a new norm coming out. In 2 months, it will probably have blown over, and I'll feel more secure with what I need to do, and I'll feel more established with what I need to do and how I need to do it to have longevity with this. Dependability is better than exceeding somebody else's expectations, especially if this is a work situation. I have no idea how often people click into this or figure this out. To me, it seems like a lot of people at some point in life figure this out, especially if you're in a corporate business situation, especially those, but business in general. A lot of times they'll push you and they'll just keep pushing you just to see how far you'll go along with it. It's not about what's realistic. It's just like, well, you did that. Let's see if you can go a little farther. Well, you did that. Let's keep pushing a little farther. And it's not about realistic expectations. It's just like, well, you went along with that. Let's try a little more. Well, you went along with that. Let's try a little more. It seems to be a business mentality. You don't have to play that game. You don't have to go along with it. Center on your quality, not the quantity. Center on what you need to thrive and to make this work out correctly. Be aware of the game. That's a normal, not okay, not a good, but normal corporate game that's played. Oh, you did that. You were willing to do that? At least where I am in the United States, it's a normal game. You did, like, we got you to do 80%. Let's see if we can get you to do 85. Let's see if we can get you to do 95. Let's see if we can get you to 105%. Ooh, you look like you're shaky there. I bet you we can get you to do a little more. Let's try 112%. They did that too. So let's try 125%. Well, they didn't make it, but they keep trying to. Let's keep teasing them with that. Let's see if we can keep getting them to try to get 125%. Let's keep trying to see, oh, they get closer. They are closer. They just keep playing that game. As soon as you see it, I feel like you'll realize if you made that 125%, they're just going to push it. Well, let's try for 150. Let's try for 200. Like, as far as they can get you to go, they will just keep pushing it. You don't need to play that game. That's not a game to win. You know what I'm saying? If you want this situation, whatever it may be, boundaries need to happen. This card, I love the way this came in. You don't have to wait for this moment to where you feel like you're going to fall apart. It literally says begin now, like literally right now. If you're noticing this, if you're seeing this pattern, if you're seeing it might go there soon and maybe hasn't gone there yet, or if you're in the middle of it, whatever, begin now. Begin now setting those boundaries. Set those boundaries now. And, it's hard for Pisces a lot of times. I'm a big fan of Paul McKenna. How to Mend Your Broken Heart is a big thing. It's geared towards romantic relationships, but you can use it towards any relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic, is what I'm trying to say. They may be able to bring that energy down so you can have it in your control. So you're not so bothered by other people's opinions. Pisces tend to be bothered by other people's opinions. Not always, but we tend to be. I'm just saying, the sooner you can get that under control. And then another possibility here, if I can say it the right way, is just once you get it set, once you set that boundary, keep your energy moving where you want it to move so you don't have time to center on other people's opinions. Keep yourself away from people with toxic opinions. Keep yourself moving so you can't get yourself centering on too much on what other people are thinking, and then you can keep yourself happy. Just keep switching the channel, if you will. Keep yourself moving. Ironically, this situation needs you to set your own boundaries. It seems to be waiting for you to do that. This may be one of those situations where whoever you're dealing with, no matter what type of situation, business or otherwise, when you set the boundary, they have more respect for you. Should you have to do that? I don't think you should have to do that. But is that what the situation seems to be waiting for? It does seem to be. Once you set that boundary and you hold it, you got to make sure you hold it. Then they want to work with you more. Then they seem to understand, like, they seem to have more respect for you, and this actually seems to go better for you. It's kind of like still being productive, but it's kind of like, how to explain this? It's kind of like if it was an hour's worth of work and you could write 2.5 documents competently. Documents, whatever those documents may be. Setting your boundary at 2. That way you have some leeway. And then just keeping the boundary at 2. 2 documents you can do competently well. In fact, because you set it at 2, you actually do really well with those 2 documents. And maybe you exceed other people's expectations on how well you do those 2 documents. And then they're going to try to push you for 3. And then be like, you just keep sticking with the 2. Like, well, you know, I got the 2 done and they're done well. And they're gonna keep every now and then they're gonna try to push you to 3, push you to 3, push you to 3, holding to your 2. They seem to respect that they know what to expect from you, and they seem to respect that that's your standard. It seems to open up a lot of doors because I feel like it's branching off to other people. You might inspire other people to also set their own boundaries, and you might have a very positive influence here, and it might end up shining on you in a different way than you were expecting down the road. Whew. Whatever this is, it feels like it easily would fit into a business category, but it could be whatever it is. You're getting invited into something. They're saying that's great. The sooner you set your own boundaries and you adhere to your boundaries and don't let anybody move your boundaries, and maybe become a little stubborn with your boundaries if you need to, if that's what works. It's not really stubborn, and it's more resilient in this situation, but you know what I mean. Maybe I'm just mincing words. The better this situation will go, because it's coming. You're getting invited into something. They're saying that's great. We want you to have this opportunity, but you need to control it. You need to set the standard and hold the standard and police the standard for yourself. Don't let other people drive that bus for you. You got to drive the bus yourself and set the standard, keep it where it's supposed to be, and then you can have longevity here and you can enjoy this for the long haul. If this situation gets away from you and somebody else keeps like playing those games with you, oh, you did 2? How about 3? Come on, 3. Come on, Pisces, 3. And then you get 3. Like, how about 4? Before you know it, you're striving for 5 or 6 documents an hour, but they're crap. But they're almost all wrong. What's the point in that? I'd rather have 2 documents that were near perfect versus 6 documents that were almost all had to be reworked. What's the point? What's the point? Are we there? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.